G'day viewers, just wanted to share a couple of things with you today. I think I'm tempted to leave this setting on. This is the white balance for when I have my lighting on. There's natural sunlight coming in, and this is how blue I look in natural sunlight when I've got the white balance biased for the really yellow work lights. Here's the difference. That's the difference. That's how yellow my work lights are. That heavy blue bias just makes me look a fairly normal, even healthy colour under the work lights rather than being really yellowy orange. Your eyes are much better at adjusting for colours than cameras are, in case you didn't know. But things I wanted to share. First, I find a little bit interesting Operation Bank Troll. This is the ongoing collateral effects of WikiLeaks being monstered by governments and institutions around the world. All their money people sort of screwed them in possibly quite illegal ways under pressure from the US government. PayPal, MasterCard and Visa all shut down WikiLeaks accounts, froze money, and a lot of that is, particularly in the case of PayPal, was money that had been donated, which is quite dodgy. And it turned out the people in the head of these companies are fucking weasels who change their story like every 5 minutes. They knew the US wanted them to do it, so they did it, regardless of how legal it was or wasn't. Now, of course, there's been some backlash. An anonymous group putting together a distributed denial of service attack that took down PayPal, MasterCard and Visa. A little bit nasty. The funny thing about this is how simple it was. I mean, it makes your traditional script kiddies look sophisticated. It's a program people can download, and I'm going to look up the acronym so I don't get it wrong. It's a low orbit ion cannon. Nerds! Star Wars reference for the win. Yeah, you put this program on your computer and let someone else control it remotely, and they do the distributed denial of service. You know, you put in the URL or the IP address of the site you're targeting. Apparently very effective. And it's got me thinking a little. The natural conclusion of this, I don't know, I'm putting this out as food for thought, but when you look at some of the things that are happening around the world, this is a bunch of predominantly young people taking part in this, probably naive of what their government and enforcement agencies might do to them if and when they're caught. And do you think the US government doesn't want a few scapegoats on this? I think maybe they do. And when you look around the world at people who are more serious about it, interestingly, you often hear stories about how China officially sent hackers out to attack people they didn't like. Sometimes it's to do with Tibet, it's been done to Google for making them look bad. The interesting thing about China is the government doesn't have to do that. They have bred millions of such loyal, patriotic young hackers that if they just say, those people disrespect China, without the government doing anything, a million fingers tap away at keyboards and have been quite effective at fucking over individuals and companies who, you know, were disrespectful to China. And another facet of this is spam. Most of the spam in the world and a lot of other online crime is run by the Russian mob. Really, I'm not being paranoid. I'll link you to a quite disturbing story about that. Notably, someone who was investigating the Russian mob had their daughter kidnapped from a Western country, and it took 5 years to get her back. And in the meantime, she'd been forcibly addicted to heroin and forced into sex slavery. You know, like that Liam Neeson film. What's it called? Taken. Except there was no hero dad to save her. It took 5 years to get her back, and that was only, you know, stop investigating us. That's the Russian mob. I wonder what sort of clashes we are going to see, whether it's sort of Western hackers against Western governments, or, you know, Jesus, Anonymous, would you go out and do something actually useful and take on the Russian mob? That would be good. Or do something really spectacular and take on the Chinese government. That would be a fight worth seeing. On a different note, apocalyptic in a different way, I have to share this with you. I got the latest trade paperback of The Walking Dead. Anyone who knows me knows I love this comic. It's been running for quite a while, quite a few years. An ongoing story of zombie apocalypse and the survivors and how horrible their life is. And the problems aren't just the zombies. Other humans are as big a problem. And where the story had developed to just prior to this issue was our surviving heroes had found essentially a gated community. It's like in all this horror, they'd found these people who'd set up a suburban gated community, and they didn't trust it. And this volume 13 is called Too Far Gone. It's suggesting the survivors may be so fucked up by their really horrible experiences, and their experiences are really horrible, that they can't function normally. Even when they're given something nice, they can't function normally. And nothing bad happened in volume 12. It was just all foreshadowing. And if you're into this, you'll know, man, if one series goes past with nothing bad happening, the next one's gonna be fucked up. And I won't give any spoilers, but there's some awesome stuff in volume 13 of The Walking Dead, Too Far Gone. Love this. Also, it's been adapted into a TV series that's just finished, but you can find it online if you search The Walking Dead. There's a few places, probably quite illegally, showing it online. I'll definitely get the DVD when it comes out. It was only 6 parts, and it's not 100% true to the source material. They've taken it in different and interesting directions, and apparently it has been renewed, although some stories are we won't see it again until Halloween next year, October next year, which would be a bit sad. But The Walking Dead online, if you can find it, the TV series, or if it gets shown on your TV station, or if you can get it on DVD, absolutely worth watching. It diverges from the Walking Dead comic, but it's bloody good zombie stories. I think we need to finish on something a bit lighter. One of the great things about living in a house with kids, I have my 2 kids and my partner's one, so anywhere from 0 to 3 kids in the house, you know, these modern blended families. It's an interesting adventure, but you get kids' toys like this one. A sonic screwdriver, the new Doctor's sonic screwdriver from a recent birthday party. I can't help myself from playing with it. I'm always like, I'm on the computer I play with it more than anyone, you know, I want to make my computer go faster, make the video get more views. Yes, I'll use that to control viewers' mind. Go tell your friends to subscribe. Make sure your family subscribe. It's better for me and for you if more people watch the videos, because then I earn more from the AdSense ads, and I can put more resources into the videos. Wonder if that works. I'm willing to try it again. I can't help it, I'm such a fidgeter. Hopefully that hasn't fried your computer. I'm sure it's just made your computer run better and my computer run better. Tell me about it. If I've made your computer blow up, I'll say sorry. Until then, I'll see you later.